What's up, fellow gamers? Phreak here. Welcome back to Let's Play 7 Nights Flashpoint. Gotta do some quick recapping of what has happened since the last recording. We have been offered a new recruit in the name of Evelin Tolan. So, a mistake I made during this Let's Play is I essentially wasn't recording during any of the base management stuff because in my previous playthrough, the episodes got really long, there's a lot of downtime, but it also means that there are some quests that are handled mostly through dialogue or solo hack missions, which I also think are fairly rote, and I do a lot of them already in the meat space missions, so I don't bother recording them. I feel like it just kind of bloats the channel. It's not worth it. However, this is a story mission that we had handled that had a solo matrix hack and a legwork to do, and those combined into basically the story was we ruined this girl's life. Someone from Warner Braun came to us and said, hey, I need you to plant some evidence. I need you to frame her for stuff, and this got her fired. And hey, congratulations! Look at this cool stuff we did. Great. And then my face, Karen here, got back to me and was like, so listen, her life is bad. She actually owes a bunch of money to a criminal syndicate. Her life's going really poorly, and we're kind of responsible. We should do something about that. And you actually have a choice to make, because in these you can choose the dialogue that the NPC says, and so you can either have Karen say, like, this is cold and calculated, she's a really good hacker, we should hire her because she's good, or you can say, hey dude, we did this to her, like, we really kind of owe her one here. For funsies, I picked the calculated one, and the dialogue plays out as like, no, it was pure cold calculation. We got to make sure, you know, we have strong people on our team. Anyway, our barracks can't hold an 11th person yet. And so until we get 300k, we can't upgrade our barracks to the next level and spend those 5 days on the 11th recruit. And so she's on hold, and she's on hold for 10 days and change. So I've got enough time to make 200k or so, and also spend 20k to buy her out. So I need to make 210k in the next, you know, 6-ish days. I don't know, once you start this dialogue again, if you can delay another time, if you pay out and then you can't hire her, what happens? I don't know the answers just yet. I have not had that happen to me. So regardless, what I'm going to be trying to do, what I'm going to try to do is make a bunch of money off of all these things and move forward. Other thing to bring up is, of course, we hired this guy. I think we already brought that up, though. Other thing to bring up is, as of recording, they launched another new map today. So I have 2 maps I haven't played before, and unfortunately I still got 2 maps on the docket right now, but I'm hoping to find you know, one of the new ones soon. I've got about a 25% chance that that gets offered, which would be kind of cool. Anyway, what it comes down to is we're gonna run a mission. We've been offered a bodyguard mission on a map tile set I have not played on before, so this is new to me. At least like the specific pieces of the layout are going to be new to me. And we're going to be running a slightly unique setup this time around because, of course, our primary hacker is currently detoxing, and so we've got our recently rescued secondary hacker running. We've already run him a couple missions already, but he's running the new level 2 SMG we crafted. Per shot, this damage is higher than the basic pistols. It is a bit less accurate, and it's a bit harder to reload, but still a reasonably good weapon. We, of course, finished our second big gun, so our primary soldier is very powerful. Nothing too much to speak of here. I guess one thing I do want to bring up is I haven't retrained this guy away from being a mostly cyber sword. I forgot until just now, so I've got to go respec him real quick, and then you know, hopefully it'll be fine long term. But I did forget until just now, so I've got some tokens. It's fine. I'm gonna go learn line crawler. I'm actually gonna go ahead and invest heavily in just maxing it out. I haven't maxed it out in a long time, but I think it's pretty good. I mean, I could have chosen not grab supremacy here, but I think it's fine. Ultimately, I think grabbing these things is totally reasonable. Smoke screen with -1 AP, I think is what I want to grab. And then I'm going to... Oop, nope, wrong button. I'm going to multi-class into Cyber Sword, grab Slash Slide, and then at the very least grab these. I think I will grab the +1 range. I find it to be just fairly worthwhile. I think it's going to 10 meters instead of 9 is useful. So... this is all I really grab from Cyber Sword. If I get a lot of extra points, I can go to Aegis, but for the most part, I typically don't need to. And I also have just found Shuriken Wave to not be that useful, and so I didn't bother here. Ultimately, 1 point Signal Griff seems okay. Smoke Screen is really good. I could get some recharge. I could make the AP cost 0. It's not a big enough deal. Supremacy I found is only kind of okay. I could have skipped it and gotten like this and Path and then skipped these 2 points. Again, I think Supremacy is kind of only okay. The move point is useful and it, you know, triggers once in a while, so it's worth the point basically. It's probably also worth getting this point at some point as well, but that's when I have more points available. Regardless, yeah, I think we're pretty ready to go. I don't think there's anything else to really bring up here. I don't think I have any weird speccing problems, so we'll sort by gear level just to make sure we're not doing anything really stupid. But the core 4 have gear. We've silenced all their weaponry, at least the ones we need to use, and so we should be ready to go on a bodyguard mission. On storage site, we're gonna hack a matrix host. We should be good to go. A final thing to bring up is that, oops, I clicked the wrong button. I'm griefing. Final thing to bring up is we did give him the level 4 cyber deck with scan 3 and the nuke on it. So yeah, we're ready to rock. Bit of a long preamble. Oh well. And here is Francis, our bodyguard mission. He's got the same glasses as my hacker. Neat. So I always like attacking the matrix host when I can, because free loot is good. Oh, interesting. This is the first time I've seen a bodyguard mission have loot boxes on it. They almost always get despawned. I'm happy about it. I like having free loot, but this is new to me. What's cool is the pathing is actually really efficient, so the only exit is that one. So I personally really like this. So there's a straight shot where we turn off the camera, we run right through here, and like we'd be done in 3 or 4 turns. It would be really, really easy. And we'd have like one box along the way, maybe one person could straggle, but whatever. Or we take the slow route, and we get box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5, hack the host, box 6, which I'm going to do. Like, I would rather have the Matrix host worth of loot in these boxes than, you know, 20% more XP on these 4 and the 2 in the trainer. I just believe pretty strong that's a better thing for us here. So that's what I'm going to do. Of note, there is a guard here and a guard here. No one else will have initiative this turn. So I'm going to skip down to being able to line crawler this, turn off the camera. And because he is sword guy, actually I need to yield and let HellRazor come in and use coordinated charge. Now we're good to go. Now we've got all of our big bonus move speed, bonus accuracy, and ready to go, you know, pretty hard here. So being spotted is expected. Can I get to one where I can slash slide him? So I'm going kind of weird pathing so that I have direct line of sight onto him. This allows me to slash slide and then basic attack. So he hears me. That's fine. I'll just go this direction. I'm not expecting to block any meaningful line of sight here. So that's a good strike. And the second one should be totally reasonable. Bad guy saw me. It'll be fine. I'm going to let my my charge actually grab all that stuff. So yeah, I could go really loud and just shoot this gun. I'm not going to, but I could. So I'm going to run up to basically spending down to 3 AP, which is going quite far, and that's fine with me. Again, they're not getting to move until the start of next turn anyway, and I have bonus initiative because of coordinated charge, so I'm really not worried about any of this. I'm gonna slightly min-max here and just say, hey, we're just gonna optimize for damage at the very start. This camera's gonna be a little bit annoying. So I don't believe he's going to kill with this shot. If I high roll, it will, but I don't think he will. Cool. And what that does is actually leave him at very, very, very little HP, which lets Gunner run over. I'm going to have her stop at 4 action points in case they need like an extra shot for some reason. I shouldn't, but you never know. Trying to get the right spot here. Looks like that's fine. I have line of sight. It's good enough. So we put her there. We security scramble the camera. Now we still have 3 AP for 2 shots. It's guaranteed to still kill. We even got a crit. That's pretty sweet. Now the one downside is we do not have corpse disposal. So this camera will eventually turn back on, and it will see the body, and we do not have a way around that. That will just happen to us. And so in 2 turns, we're still going to get a security escalation. And again, that's really not answerable because we don't have... If we had a Vanguard or a Scourge, we could fully hide the body. But we don't have that, and so it is what it is. Our hacker, of course, wants to make forward progress so that he can, you guessed it, hack. I'm going to stop short really briefly. I'm going to spend down to here. Right. There we go. I just want to know if someone's up here that I have to be afraid or not. Because there's a chance, like, you know, there's a guard hiding, like, right there, and, like, depending on if you can see me or not. So this is fine. Again, their initiative rolls are low. I'm going to cheat all the way up now. And that should be fine. And then you are going to make the detour. You're going to grab loot, and we're going to be good to go. So that seems fine. That's a reasonable first set of pathing. He's got all the buffs on him. He had 4 extra move points this turn. Cool. Okay. I always forget what this is. I think this is a armor, but it might be a gun. Either way, we got part 3 of Dr. Samdara's V-chip. We actually might have all 3 parts now, so we might have a new doctor contact. And we got some money. Oh, they switched the bind to T for take all. Okay, so yeah, new key bindings dispatch. And I'm going to have him grab this lockbox as well. I'm primarily using him for movement because he has only a loud gun. This SMG does not come silenced. And so it's very hard for me to use him in combat, so I might as well use him for movement. Alright, any interference? Yeah, 4 tally, sure. Okay, so how strongly can I knock these guys down? We beat them in initiative, which is not a surprise. Expected to. Let's see if I can magnet in for only 1. There is a, like, acquisition radius here on this box, and so you can get in without walking all the way up. Wow. V-chip part 1. So if I had part 2, which I think I do, we're good. 5k. Things we can sell. Gold cubes are not bad. I'm gonna press C to grab loot for a long time here. That's been the binding for the entire time I played this game until exactly today. I'm gonna run him all the way up. I think he's gonna be fine. He's gonna be by the box. We'll duck. He'll be unspottable. Should be totally fine. Here you go. You're fine, buddy. Okay, so it is time to make choices. Now, I want to note that, like... Yeah, so the tough thing is... I can't really weasel my initiative around in a good way to where we can, like, run up here, spray full auto, and not be concerned about some of these guards coming and turning around. And I also don't have infinite tools here, right? I don't have infinite action points to get the kill with just the pistols. I think it'll be okay. And in fact, if we expect this guy to, like, turn to the left and run away... One thing I did, by the way, is I recently respect and unlearned look ahead, so I no longer have any of the information hacking talents. Which, you know, that could be a concern, right? That could be a problem. One thing I could do is just simply go for a stun. This guy's tankier, so I can just say, hey, I'm just going to stun you. And we'll just kill you with conventional weaponry, and, you know, we should be fine. I'm going to shoot from out of vision, because that way I get bonus accuracy and bonus crit chance. So, surprise target. Guarantee. Wow. That, man, I love getting a stat crit chance, because stealth crits are really good. I'm going to run partially forward here. I'm going to stop right here. 2 reasons. 1, I can, you know, shoot him when it's time. But also, I want to see those movements, and I want to make sure I'm not in this area if these guards turn my way. So it's going to be a, yeah, fairly big run. I'll start by leaving 1 AP up in case I want to shoot this guy. In fact, the SMG would be too loud here. I'm gonna have him use all his action points moving. I don't need this gun. This guy is stunned anyway. Might as well let him catch up. The one downside is this guy has initiative. I don't expect him to run toward me, but there is a chance that I left someone stranded. Shoot! I left someone stranded. He saw a body already. Okay, this is going to be a very large problem. This is a problem. I did not account for this correctly. This was a mistake. Alright, so here's the plan. I'm going to reload at the start. And that way I can shoot 3 times uninterrupted. I'm going to Iron Grip for the 10% ballistic pure damage upgrade. And I'm going to hope that somehow shooting 3 times will kill him. It is not guaranteed to. That crit made it suddenly a very much a reality. So that crit is really fortunate. However... yeah, I've got to be... okay. So, however, the other people might run toward me, and it doesn't get any better. I don't want to leave him stranded out here, because if she does turn this direction, I'm completely screwed. So I'm going to, like, run here, and then duck, and then just hope that her pathing is not toward me. Cool, it's not. Alright. It's going to be a bit till he can join the team. Oh, he saw a body too. Great. Okay, so... yeah, at least we're hidden for now. But, all of our corpses have been reported. And by all of, I mean both corpses have been reported. But we are getting a ton of escalation from these getting spotted. So, not ideal. Not great. I think shooting twice is going to be better than shooting a full auto. The recoil helps with that as well. Unfortunately, you missed. Oh well. You're stunned. I don't care about you. And our permutation is +1 tally per turn. And yeah, Ro, Ada, and Chi, or Kai. So let's see. You, and you have all been sent to go be dangerous to me. That's not great. I didn't want this. Alright, so the real play is HellRazor has to go full auto here and just kill them all. Honestly, our entire squad could have gone full auto and killed them all, and it would have been fine. It wouldn't have been that bad. Realistically, we probably get less escalation from just guards being dead and never finding the corpses than the timers running out and reporting gunfire. Potentially, anyway. Either way, I think it's very much a... let's see, can I get a shot with 4 AP? Yes, actually I can. Okay. I think it's just time to go loud. Honestly, it's been liberating just shooting the assault rifles and just getting kills constantly. So let's just go. Let's just deal some damage. I'm getting told on because people are hearing gunfire. That's nice. Good for you. Wow, his accuracy sucks because of the obstruction. Okay, I'm going to move him a bit then to make this a little bit easier. Going here is not the most beautiful, but it'll at least be functional. Yeah, so the one downside of this SMG is that it does have... wow, you suck. It has much less baseline accuracy than the other weapon we have got. I can spend 1 AP safely, and it's fine. The basic SMG has the 1 action point last shot. Ooh, another thing we can sell. Gold Stacks is cool. So Gold Stacks is another contact who buys, I think, literally everything. And he pays extra for it. So you can make a ton of money by selling to him. That's a pretty useful thing to acquire if you can get there. A little bit of damage here. Keep shooting. Yeah, your accuracy falls just to complete crap. He doesn't have to die because, again, he's stunned, but might as well make the progress best I can. Okay, I think we're legit going to go for the sword here. Oh, right. This guy rolled badly on initiative. He's probably going to get shot. Yeah, well, I don't have a way around that. It's just his fault for rolling poorly on initiative, I guess. So, we'll see how it goes. It might go poorly. I might get really screwed up here. I'll signal griff because I can. Doesn't really matter. But, yeah, this might go poorly. We'll see which way she goes. Okay, wait, no, you weren't the one. That's right, okay. Or at least you weren't, told to do anything special, I suppose. Alright, so I don't have a ton of AP left. I have to, like, clear to get this location. I want to go as far away as I can, because I want as best accuracy as I can. So I'm going to get Herd here. Actually, I'm going to sneeze 1 second. Excuse me. Okay. Actually, if I duck, I can maybe keep the surprise target buff. I can't really get... no, I can't get line of sight while doing that. So I'm just going to have to be Herd, and it just is what it is. And I'm going to hope my damage is good enough that this makes meaningful progress. Okay, it makes meaningful progress to start. Okay, good. That's a kill. And he might die to this shot. Nice. Okay, huge. Now, that said, this guy has heard gunfire. He will probably investigate. And he will see bodies. And so he will tell on me. Yeah. So +3 per dead guard. +4 or so from your gunfire. In fact, that guy heard gunfire as well. Reinforcements behind us. Yeah, okay. Well, it's fine. The secondary objective is simply winning quickly, and we have made decent forward progress. Of course, everyone's on the way now, which is fine. I can deal with that. Worth noting that they do have a upgraded guy. We've got a Slaga. I don't think I've run into these guys much before. So he's got a backpack, he's got an SMG, and you have armor shredding grenades that cause damage and shred armor. So I've got to be a little bit careful about not getting caught out there. All right, well, turn 4 is a tactical surge turn. So what I want to do is see if I can get HellRazor into range of tac surge, which I think is quite possible here. I'm going to choose to be a little cautious. Well, okay, I'm going to be a little silly here. I'm going to, like, lose a little bit to just guarantee it. And say, yes, we're definitely catching everybody. This brings him up in initiative so that he's going to be there sooner for us. And yeah, I'm not worried about you guys at all. So all I really care about is this hack starting. And yielding to see their movements. So, of course, this guy's going to be the one grabbing boxes. I'm going to stop him short because we might turn those things off just to have a little bit less security on our tail. Hemlock can be the man of the hour here with this. Run to there, hit the line crawler. Great. That camera's still down. You can wait. And this guy can start beelining to my team. I don't want to be isolated. That's not a good thing for me. Let's see if I can make the game cheat and get me a little bit farther up. Yeah, right there. I'm actually... Yeah, right there is fine. Okay. No reason to group up with everyone else. We'll let them come to us. We've already grabbed the first 3 boxes. We've got 3 more to go. And the Matrix host. Should be all totally reasonable. And they can walk towards us, or they can fail to. You can see that, yeah, the Slaga is on the way. That's fine. I think we have the firepower. And this looks totally fine. He can start the hack. He's got okay-ish programs and stuff now. He doesn't have the surgery. But we got our hard shell, we got our overclock. Load our basic programs. Pretty big host. Okay. Have to knock this down no matter what, basically. I still have 0 interrupt, which is a bit unfortunate. I'm going to go around from the side because I want to scan it again from below, and by doing so, I can scan for traps. If you can scan from 2 adjacent nodes, you can reveal everything. So this is program loading. I don't care about that. Have to get rid of the connection stuff. Okay, here is device reduction, which, unless the security turns these on, I have no need to do this. So this is not useful. Load the stuff back. And I might get trapped here, but it shouldn't be the worst ever. So this is exit, unloads on action. This is all handleable. So get rid of you. That sucks. That is annoying. Obviously kill this guy. Have to kill this guy then as well. Pretty expensive, but it is what it is. I am out of Matrix IO, which sucks. So I'm unfortunately stuck here because I have to load this before I can do anything useful, and I don't want to load this program in the face of that guy. So, I mean, it wasn't horrible. I still got through a decent number of nodes. We'll get some, deck IO next turn, and it should be a little bit more decent. But, yeah, unfortunately, Scan 3 being deloaded really hurt me on my ability to maximize this turn. Oh, well. That is why having the IO bonus surgery is very useful, which my primary hacker has. But I'm trying to get this hacker to level 10 as soon as possible, because roughly around level 10 is when you have enough points to unlock 2 very, very useful talents for sort of mid to like more late game style hacking. So just kind of put people up in a good defensive position with some cover. I don't think there's a reason to rewind Heartache here. Doesn't have anything else really worth casting yet, so we're chilling. I'll reload this gun because I can. It's 1 AP. Francis can finally go grab some loot for me. Thanks, buddy. Keep it up. Line crawler should jump to that one. If it doesn't, I'll be annoyed. Another level 3 sniper. I keep pressing T. Or C, rather. But the button is T now. And then, yeah, I want this guy to be in cover as well, so... In case I roll badly on initiative, I want to be safe. So you're done. Line crawler happened. And yielding to them to see if they come towards us is reasonable. I think we're reasonably well covered to where I don't believe I'm going to get shot at. Except for him being kind of in the open, but I think he'll still be okay. Famous last words, maybe, but again, I think I'll be okay. Deception used. Scan for traps. If you exit, if you download. Great. Those are done. Here's this. Scan, we see traps. Load a program, load a program. Okay, I won't. And then I'll go up through the top because it doesn't really matter. It's all the same to me. Have to kill both of those. Have to get new ice destruction. I hate losing scan 3 all the time. It's really kind of unlucky. They're picking the thing that costs the most to reload, but oh well. Yep, have to load scan again. Okay, we can drop these, no problem. AP cost. I don't have to kill program loading. Let's see. So the CPU's got to be in one of these 3. And I think I would rather come from the top. Let's jump here. We've got if you load a program, if you download a file, gotta kill both. And ultimately, so both this and this node actually hate on you for loading a program. Unfortunately, I don't have either program that would disable that gameplay. So I will have to actually walk over to here, no matter what I do. Which, I mean, honestly, I might as well then. Because I'll spend 2 AP running, ow, spend another 2 AP running, and I can stop here. And then I can, next turn, load these, go north, find the CPU towards the very end, and that should be okay. Alright, so doing decently. Disconnect here. Oh, I misclicked. I didn't mean to disconnect. I meant to end my turn. Shoot, I'm griefing. Alright, well, I can get around that, but I screwed up. That was a very silly mistake. That was just a bad misclick. Thankfully, I have rewind, and I can just... A good amount of money. We take those. Alright, you are heading my way. You didn't get very far. Well, we're obviously going to rewind your programs back. I'm going to keep yielding, let them keep coming towards us. Ah, we have coordinated charge, which is also cool. So we'll put you maybe this far. Catch the entire team. Here you go, everyone. We'll keep delaying. We'll let them run to us. Makes it easy. Yep, you're hunting over that way. You're heading my direction still. Finds a corpse. Up you go. And then, yeah, no one else is going this turn who matters, so... Let's just kill people and be loud, because it's way more fun. Kill 1, kill 2. People heard gunfire, and I just don't care. Let's see. I don't have a good way of knocking this guy down. I have so much move speed. But I can't... Yeah, this is not going to be in... Ooh, will it be in range? It tells me I'm in range of 1 person. Chance that is okay. YOLO. Okay, that sucks that we missed. That's going to put him... Yeah, it's going to put him alerted. But he rolled a 12, so I don't really care. Yeah, you're not useful. HellRazor is also not useful, but whatever. There could be reinforcements that spawn there, by the way. That can happen. That can be a real thing. Man, I'm just not going as far as I would have wanted to. There's no way I can catch him off this, so... Best we can do is shoot the gun. I can't really get... Yeah, that's not going to be in range, so best I can do is go to 1 AP. I'm not going to kill, but there's nothing else going on, so... We'll just run him up and say, here, shoot at him. Have fun, buddy. There's 1 box to grab. There's a camera to turn off. I get line crawler back next turn. The one thing I'll be afraid of is if the security escalation is turning on these laser wires, because we're going to be hit by them. Okay. Escalation, chemical accelerants. Okay, so these guys have buffs that give plus move points, so they can collapse on us more easily. Yeah, unfortunately I have to be inside the circle, so this is not quite good enough. Spend 1 AP getting closer. We'll spend the AP on Slash Slide. Let's be in range at the end, which this says I am. Good damage roll. Should be able to grab the box as well. Cool. Not bad. It's all very sellable stuff. No one scares me yet, so I'm going to let him chill where he is. I've rewinded, so he's going to at least have programs to load, but obviously mistakes were made. So we load them back. We load everything back. I'll go through the north, because why would I go through the south? Silly, silly, silly mistake. Oh well. Gotta kill both still. Scan. I could try to nuke the APU. The problem is I don't have the tools for it, really. Okay, damage to connection. Scan for traps. Scan for a second trap, because there is sometimes. Download access, and then when you exit, kill you. Ow, whatever. Scan. Okay, expected that to happen at some point. There should be a second trap here, but I don't have a way of dealing with that right now. So disarm you. Scan. We've got when you exit. Okay. And then, I am a little bit limited on tools at this point, unfortunately. So I'm thinking about a couple of options here. One is, I think I will run over and just null-op this thing and then use nuke on the CPU next turn, and that should be fine, actually. So double null-op, scan, spike the APU. CPU has to be right here at this point. There's nothing else that... It couldn't possibly be anywhere else, basically. And so next turn, nuke takes up 400, which means I have to make sure I have at least, what, 350 open? Which seems fine like this. I can load this. I've still got enough open. And so next turn, I can run over, drop these things, load nuke, and then just hope I have enough program IO that I can clear the entire thing out. Otherwise, I can maybe use a attack or something and get through the rest of it. But I think we'll be kind of okay. We'll see how it goes. But this must be the CPU. Like, there's nowhere else. It could be anything else. And then might just not look at this. We'll see. Okay, end action. Don't disconnect. Don't be stupid. Alright, so this guy's not very useful. I'm just going to run towards the exit at this point. He's kind of done. Before end of turn 9 means I can use turn 7 to probably be done. Get to, like, maybe here. Turn 8 and then turn 9. I should be able to get secondary while hacking, which is cool. Who else is still to run around? Yeah, you and you. I'm just going to keep yielding. Let them try to get to me. They don't. That's good. Oh, you got kind of close. Okay. We should go for the kill then. So, going with 4 AP preserved seems reasonable here. Alright, run over. Marker sites for the accuracy, and then just... You're not long for the world, buddy. Yep. Doesn't really matter where I stand. I'm 2 turns away from exiting, no problem, so... You know, whatever. You're just done. He's hunting, he's still too far away for me to care. We can kind of group up and be in a sort of tighter circle. He could like run over and give smoke if he needs to. Shouldn't matter. We're looking pretty good. We've managed to sort of succeed in the heist, and so it's just... Let's make sure we're safe. We have tactical surge next turn. Let's make sure we're in range. Yeah, it's no problem. Okay. So we'll reload. End the turn. HellRazor's fine. End the turn. Alrighty. Can we nuke this? And the thing is, I don't need to nuke it. I'm doing it because I want to, because I want to see what's here. But I could leave. There's like... Actually, here's the funny thing. The only reason to nuke is to actually see if there's stuff on that SPU. Spiking the CPU does literally nothing for me. So what I'm going to actually do is load nuke, go this way, nuke it. Great. And then, just because I can, nuke it. It only took 1 nuke. You love to see it. Yeah, this did nothing, right? I spent a bunch of AP to, like... I mean, again, this was fine. This got me something, right? I got a download out of that, but Yeah, I don't know. I always focus around the CPU, and yet, like, it is truly ignorable. I just like it because when I spike it, I get... it reveals a lot of nodes and makes the rest of that thing easier, but I do kind of overfocus on it a little bit. Anyway, nothing else is here, so CPU spiked, APU spiked, disconnect, and we are getting very, very close to the exit. In fact, let me yield. Gunner has Tactical Surge. Doesn't have Rewind for the soldier, so I can't do anything more here. But we might be done right now. We might be done during turn 7. And I think I've grabbed everything already, so just overall a pretty lucrative mission. Does he make it? He does. Thanks, Tactical Surge. And that was with me screwing up and disconnecting early. Yeah, I enjoy the efficiency of the layout and the fact that it's the only Bodyguard mission I know of that actually has loot on it. Because otherwise the loot boxes are despawned. I hope they keep it because I prefer this. It's Bodyguard missions that only like go point A to point B feel very kind of flat to me because there's just not enough else going on is kind of how I feel. Anyway, Hemlock levels up. We get a pretty decent payment. You know, a little bit of heat from the security level, not too bad overall. Nice bonus XP, which is cool, because, I mean, we are trying to level up Heartache as hard as we can. So, yeah, the loot we got, I mean, a good amount of money, actually, right? 40k or so. Looks pretty solid. From 6 boxes, this is pretty good. And then, yeah, this is a fairly low-value matrix, but, hey, 3 weapon mods is not bad. And then, you know, some okay files, some of them very high value. So that matrix was, like, you know, kind of mid, but that's fine. We got bonus XP for Willard. He's still actually not kicked out yet, which is kind of nice. So he's still getting XP, as far as I can tell. It's not rolling over, so that's kind of a freebie. That's cool. So basically what I'm thinking about here, the rest of this episode, this mission is going to take an hour, so this mission's not going to be in this episode. If that's all you want to see, then thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. I'm going to basically do whatever base prep I can, which is going to be, can we print any file sets? Yes. So let's go find our highest level gang beams. Print that set. We can print Dr. Samdara's V-chip. Might as well grab it doesn't matter which ones I grab, so I'm going to replace it with the low value file, and then we're going to mint this and say hi to Dr. Samdara. Great. We have this thing, so we have our Merc dossiers. That's going to be pretty valuable. So, hey, show me has a use action. Let's go meet Dr. Samdara. Executing will connect, and yep. Hello. She is a corpse splicer. She can give missions. She can implant stuff. We can see that she has, compared to our starting doc, who has, you know, level 1 implants, Dr. Samdara has level 3 implants and sells level 2 gear. Dr. Knife, who we acquired from our Underworld hub using a token, is in a similar power of level 3 cybernetics. So now I have 2 people who can give us level 3 cybernetics, which is nice. Anyway, we once again filter, you know, not used by a set, doesn't have a use action, so things we can just like sell right away. I actually do want to start getting favors from Dance Hall, so not one where I'm going to spend, you know, only 1 favor, which would give me 68k, but when the odds are looking a little bit better like this is more reasonable, because I do want favors at some point. So I'll finally make this happen here, but I don't like doing it a ton. Make our 7k, make our 10k, make 19k, make 4k. Cool. For blueprints, again, I am just never going to make items. Nope, those are gone. For weapons, I don't want to make low-level guns, so we'll sell you. Sell the level 2 sniper rifle. I'm probably going to sell this revolver because I have this one, and it's just better. Don't know why we keep it around. Level 3 sniper. I mean, I sold level 5 recently. I maybe shouldn't have, but the money was good when I sold it. There's a chance I build a shotgun for my new scourge. There's a chance I build a sniper rifle because, you know, maybe I actually want it. I'm not sure. But for now, whatever. We'll keep this for now because I don't need much more. Actually, I have accounts to sell as well. Show me... Actually, I don't think I have any accounts to sell. Yeah, I don't. Because we're waiting for our wire ghost to get her limit break first. But we've got some money, which is good because it means I can finally start upgrading this barracks. So in about 5 days when that's done, we'll chat here and get our 3rd hacker. The slight downside, I guess, is the opportunity cost that each one of these hackers has a some kind of trait that is specifically only good when hacking. And so if you consider like, oh, opportunity cost, you know, they might have like 2 buffs that are good, like Muzzle Face and Grit. These are useful in combat missions. So like, you know, multiclassing a hacker out of not actually playing in the Matrix, but just using hacker talents, or multiclassing a sniper or something. One thing worth noting is that having a high tech score gives you a lot of crit chance, and damage versus drones, and drones are the hardest enemies in the game. And so having someone with a high tech doesn't mean you have to make them a hacker. It just means that they, you know, might want to use high crit damage weapons. For example, this weapon has good crit damage when you're in stealth, which is pretty good. And so I can use a high crit chance to like make that good, right? So just having high tech doesn't mean you can't be good in meat space, but yeah, they all have the opportunity cost of one of their traits is only useful when you're in that world. So secondary soldier, we'll train her up a little bit. These 2 points are worth it in marker sites. You could go all the way down here for the points, but I like getting the sort of extra reliability here of Iron Grip. At least getting the second charge is good. I don't think these 2 are worth it. Recovering 5 recoil is not worth the talent point, but you can get like some extra pure damage here, and generating less recoil is actually really valuable in terms of letting you like full auto twice and feeling good about it. Otherwise, Savagery, mostly only good when you get the duration up. It's very hard to get a kill and get meaningful damage later that turn. But if you increase the duration to 2 turns, you can get a lot done. And you get a lot of damage out of this. You know, 40% damage upgrade's really good. Recoup, you know, just pretty solid for here. Just print action points. Get 3 AP on a crit. That's not hard. Ultimately, I'm going to have her grab this stuff. I could grab this recharge. Having a 2-turn recharge on Iron Grip means you can just absolutely spam that spell. Or the talent. And that gives you just a ton of accuracy when you're spraying. Go give our Scourge some more talents here. Basically, when I respect him, I ran all the way up here for 1 point in Brain Worm, 1 point in Tox Cloud. I'm ending up investing decently in Venom Trap. I find this skill to be pretty good. Basically, you can get some like, pretty decent quasi-stealth kills with this. I find Biocoat to be kind of hard to use. Dissolve is good when you're playing fully stealthy. You can completely remove body timers, which is not bad at all. But I think initially what I'm going to go for here is some more usability. It's like basically, I've gotten the primary important parts of Tox Cloud by increasing the damage per turn, by giving myself a second charge, increase the damage per turn of Venom Trap. This does not give damage, it only gives a -1 AP, so you can kind of stop on these 2 points of Venom Trap. You can kind of stop on these 2 points of Tox Cloud. Again, I don't find Biocoat to be all that useful. I don't know, I just don't think it's that good. It's just like really situational ultimately, but getting Brainworm to have really long range and not cost action points is, you know, really quite nice. So I'm going to move on this path here and get Brainworm up. Worth noting, Brainworm does not affect drones, so Scourges are very, very, very bad at drone destruction. You can't target Brainworm, and things like Tox Cloud, they only debuff, they don't do damage. The same for Biocoat and Venom Trap as far as I know. Actually, this might work, but I know this says specifically doesn't affect drones, and my experience playing this character out is that I know Tox Cloud does not damage drones. Maybe these things actually work, and I just didn't realize. I like haven't targeted the drones with them or something. Anyway, last little bit of training here. I think I might want to make Smokescreen come back sooner. I guess the second Shard of Supremacy is good, right? Like, if I'm learning it at all, getting it twice as often seems just as good, so we'll put Supremacy in. And then I'll probably bump Smokescreen a bit more with, probably not range. I don't feel like I need it, but these 2 are not bad. Signal Grift, I think, is whatever. I don't think you need almost any of this stuff. Alright. And then I just was, unfortunately, like not that impressed with Shuriken Wave, so I'm going to leave it untrained. It's a 10 accuracy buff for 1 AP, which is fine, I guess, but Marker Sight's just like the better version of that ability, as far as I'm concerned. So that is our training done. That is our, basically, loot distribution done. I've got enough money, then, that I can start moving forward. One thing I did do was I had finished... let's uncheck all, and then I had built the first ammo extender. It looks like I dropped this recently. They are the exact same thing though. They are pistol body mods that have the exact same stats on them. This one is epic and this one is not, but they appear to be identical. So we'll craft the cheaper one because why not? Basically, just here, it's +2 accuracy on a basic pistol. It does not work on SMGs. You have to use a rifle body mod for SMGs. But hey, +2 accuracy for basic pistol seems pretty good. It's really cheap. I mean, okay, 34k is not really cheap, but it's fine. It's the 1 day thing that feels really good. So I can just say, hey, you know, in a day I can bump my accuracy by 2% on my, you know, level 2 pistols, which, hey, that's damage increase, right? this getting bumped by 2% accuracy is, you know, not a bad thing, right? So, okay. What's next for us is I can do a little bit of hemming and hawing and thinking, because I have the money to easily bring our hacker on board when it's time. Way over here. This mission isn't due for 10 days. I did just throw my soldier into the trainer really recently because I was running the other mission and I wanted somebody to get XP for it. But this guy's falling out of the trainer in basically no time flat. And so it seems to me like the right play is to advance time forward, get my crafting projects done, you know, make sure I have the 20k and this building done so that I can hire the new hacker, because, you know, screw it, the more the merrier, why not? And then when we get closer to the edge of the deadline, or maybe even farther, you know, we get like up to like this deadline, get a new chain of missions going and whatnot. I think it's gonna be the kind of the play here. So either gonna advance forward, let him leave the trainer, and get ourselves kind of ready to go. So he's out of the trainer, that's fine. Let our weapon crafting be done. We got an influence limit break from the this is the person that was our gun runner was like interacting with this person to like get access to new guns. So okay, they're kind of a contact that I've got. I don't think they talk to me. Yeah, I don't know how to talk to them. I just know they exist. All right, so that weapon mod is done. Let's craft a new weapon mod. And I'm going to try to go for one of these, since... Actually, let me double check. Because I don't think... Well, what it would be useful for is specifically for my SMGs, I can put a body mod on the SMG and make it more powerful. But for the rifles, I've already baked stuff in. And so I want to be careful that, like, for the very best things, right, if I'm going to build, you know, the next, like, level 5 urban assault rifle, I want to bake in a mod and use gold cubes to make that one more powerful. So I want to be a little bit careful and actually not use the best one. I want to use the second best one, basically. So if I say, hey, I have access to suppressors now, which is actually pretty valuable. So I have a minus 21 meter suppressor, which, I mean, considering, like, yeah, minus 13, minus 15, minus 21 is, like, actually good, and is a thing that I might really make use of. That's expensive, though. That's going to make me have not enough money to buy out that contract. That's not going to happen here. So instead, what about a body mod for an SMG? And if we sort by the most powerful ones, we have this 6 accuracy 10 recoil grip. That's really, really good. We have 3 range 10 recoil. That might be better. I really do like having max range on those things. And this is reload size recoil, which is actually quite good for an SMG. And I guess I have the slightly smaller version of this thing anyway, right? These are very, very close together, and then this is significantly worse. So basically the question is base accuracy versus range. And I actually think for the SMG body mod, I actually might want base accuracy, because I think it's not that hard for me to get into the correct range for the SMG. It's not getting the glancing hits, it's kind of annoying. Whereas for the urban assault, I actually want the plus max optimal range, because I'm going to have a lot of cases where I'm going to full auto and someone's going to be at the edge of the radius. It's a much more likely full auto weapon, and so being more inclusive is helpful there. So I think I will craft this if I can afford it. I mean, we'll see. 87k is still a little bit too high, so yeah, I think this is going to be skip for now, just because I want to make sure that I'm going to be, like, you know, pausing on all my stuff for a little bit to make sure this can get done and I can hire up. I think that'll be okay. So we craft our weapon in a sec. Okay. We can make him a better Deadeye. We can give him reaction. Reaction, again, is, I think, the best stat in the game. It gives you move speed, and move speed is precious. So also it gives initiative, and initiative is also precious. Like, you want to be really high on both those. Reaction I just think it's kind of not close. Reaction is just the best stat for any combat character. Yeah, I can increase his pistol accuracy, but I'd rather take reaction. So we finished crafting our sword. That's good. We'll throw that on to our Agent EX right away. We can, in fact, compare. So this gives us more accuracy. We technically have less kinetic damage. We have pure damage, which is really good. Our armor shred chance is almost doubled. And yeah, I mean, we just have more damage, more accuracy, more armor shred, which is exactly what we want. So here, this is yours now. We can also try to craft a battery or a grip. Maybe they're actually cheap. I actually should have looked. I didn't. So let's see. If we filter for blade mods, we have a lot, actually. course, the expensive stuff's going to cost way too much to craft, so I'll think about it later. I guess we have, yes, we have grips, a battery, more grips. So it's like, we have this battery, which gives me just accuracy and pure damage, which is quite nice. That seems, you know, pretty worth using. It's going to be a nice damage upgrade. What does it cost to build you? 65k, I can't afford that. So, honestly, yeah, I kind of like the accuracy and damage increase. I think we're going to go for it. Yeah, I could maybe use that to bake into a higher level, you know, a different higher level craft, but whatever. So crafting that. Basically, I'm going to wait for things to accumulate, right? You know, we finished this craft. Okay, cool. You know, let's put this on. This battery now says, here you go, have some bonus damage, enjoy yourself. We're detoxing. We'll run this favor. Basically waiting to see if someone else has a message for me. Looks like no one else's favors coming up just yet anyway. That's fine. Detox is done. Cool. We have an open detox bench now. And now that most of my crew is available, right, they're all kind of free and ready to go. One thing I could do is kick her out of the trainer, because I don't actually need her right now, and like send people back in when we get closer to this time, which is probably correct actually. I'm gonna kick her out of the trainer. The reason to do that is because I want to be able to run this favor. So I'm just gonna grab it now. Doesn't really matter. So this is a procedurally generated legwork. If you do it, you get a favor. We'll show you the dialogue. And we'll say, yeah, we could delay it if we don't have people ready, but yeah, we could do that. So Hemlock is the best one for it. And it looks like, wow, only Hemlock or Natalia can run this. Now, parking him and running Nat instead, I think is fine. I think this is fine. I don't mind this. We'll switch our gear over, and you know, he'll be, you know, parked for a bit. Nat will be our primary disabler character. Here you go, buddy. Have fun. That means we're gonna move his gear around. So here, go unequip your stuff. You're done. Welcome to the squad. Here you go. Here's your sword. Here's your SMG. Here's your armor. Welcome to the A-team, buddy. We'll give you a concussion grenade because... Actually, I might not have one. I don't have a concussion grenade. That's fine. I'll give her a smoke grenade. Here you go, buddy. Welcome to the team. Cool. So now she gets to be special. Congrats. Welcome. Good for you. Barracks almost done. This is going to be a CPU spike job. Again, we're going to try to buy Evelin out of the contract pretty soon. Detox will be done pretty soon. We have an open detox bench now, which at this point seems like I want to use it. I need to kind of think about who's going on this mission, though. And so on that mission, right, like this is kind of like pencil in the characters, right? So he's actually probably still in, right? Unless I'm going to give him an implant, he's probably still in, which means... Oh yeah, and then Nat obviously is going, right? This is the squad, which means we have 2 who want to train and several who need to detox. And so you're detoxing, and then I'm pretty sure I can send... Oh, he has 0 stress, actually. He's completely fine. All right, cool. Yeah, great. Hey, if you're chilling, then you're chilling. So who is the most stressed then? He is. Yeah, I mean... I could, but I don't want him to miss XP, so... I would still rather send these 2 to the trainer. Yeah, they're going to be high stress, but I need them to gain XP. And so I guess Aitana is just going to go to detox and go back down to 0. And it's fine. Here you go. Back to detox you go. Alrighty. Well, let's roll forward. Okay, barracks is done. So if I manage the room, we can see that I have 10 out of 11. I have a recruit pending. We can see that Evelin here is a hacker who has some negative stats. A lot of negative HP, actually. Her max HP is, yeah, 180 is not great. Oh well. But yeah, she has a lot of tech out of the box and, you know, is good at hacking, right? Plus Matrix AP. She's going to level up quickly, which is kind of cool. Plus jamming. You know, all very reasonable. So I figure, hey, let's grab her now then, right? It seems okay. Buy her out. Alright. So we spent, and then it looks like... okay, so now we have the dialogue right now that we had a 13-day window. So we could have done it early and then delayed if we needed to. And the thing that I want to kind of think about here is if I hire her right away, she's going to take 3% of my money from all my missions. And she's not going in a trainer bench right away, I don't think, because I'm going to be sending the other guys there. So I'm going to leave her on red for about 2 weeks. I don't see why I wouldn't, really, right? She's going to make my missions more expensive, so I don't see an upside to that. So let's chill for a sec. We got a CPU spike job. Okay. We got our detox to complete in a sec. This is obviously due in 4 days and change. I'm going to be using the secondary... Oh, also want to note that this mission, by the way, will be my first power level 7 mission, that when you get to about 2.7-ish or so, the difficulty rolls over, and you get your next whole number, and so I'll have slightly higher statted enemies for these. Of course, I still want to generate as much XP as I can on the secondary hacker. I want to go to level 10, so he's going to run these, but these missions are timed, and I can lose out on resources, and so the primary hacker is going to run that. That should be fine. I've got plenty of bench space at this point anyway, so it's, not a big deal. And yeah, what else is there to do but, do the detox chain, get missions, and then basically keep this one up. So she's influential, or more influential. Cool. Cost for services and gain influence. Sure, good for you. So she detoxes. We know the mission's coming up. We sort by stress, and again, since these two are going to go into the trainer, or he's going to run the mission, he's going to go in the trainer. I mean, yeah, we can just detox her, right? There's like no one else worth detoxing. She's going the mission, so here you go. Go be happy. Go be happy. We'll get another mission offered to us soon. I don't have really any money, but oh well. So one thing that's a little bit of a downside is... So one downside is I spent a lot of time in, I don't want to say like quite IRL necessarily, but time in the sense that like we would have had time to like upgrade and produce buildings for more than a week here, and I didn't do anything with that time. One thing I want to look at here, right, is I've got several contacts who have high levels of influence. So like these are all still like in line, ready to get a limit break for their influence being high, and so like, I mean, there's a long line here, right? There's like 7 people who are ready to influence limit break. And so these accounts here, I can sell them for money, but when you sell them, they give influence, right? 10 if they're epic, 20 if they're legendary. And so, I can give them the people that I don't need to give influence to, or I can give them the people who are already at 100 influence, and thus, that's a waste. That seems kind of wrong, right? So, at the end of the day, it's like, well, I have money that I'm kind of sitting on. I could have maybe run this mission, but I was waiting for other people to come to me with missions of themselves, like this one. Unfortunately, we got 2 Matrix-only missions in a row, so they're going to be kind of low value. But anyway, we need to boost legwork here. Right, this guy is due in a day, so we'll just boost legwork twice. Plus 50%. It's why I picked him, because we can get to 100. So he's chilling now. But yeah, this is going to be our next mission, right? Mission planning, prep for to deploy. It's going to be these 4. We've got basically our core crew here. We've got our 2 big rifles. We've got our replacement stealth character. And we've got our hacker that we're trying to give XP to get him level 10. Not much else to bring up. If we get it on low security, we get some bonus XP, which is nice. We do want the XP, of course. We will run these Matrix hosts at some point. Probably off camera, to be honest, because they're just not terribly exciting. I guess we'll throw our homies into the trainer real quick. So Williard is going to be getting some training. Oh, that's the wrong button. I'm griefing a lot. Send to trainer, and then basically you could be sent to the trainer, I suppose. I don't think there's really a downside to it. Because if we sort by, right, these 4 are going. You're detoxing. I guess I could hire her right now and put her into the trainer. But I think I mean, I don't think there's a problem with giving him XP. Because keep in mind that he's in the trainer for 8 days, but this mission isn't... actually, it's going to be in 7 and change, so... There is a problem with sending him to the trainer. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna hire the other hacker right now. Even though I don't think it's super required. I'm doing it anyway. Here. Let's talk with our good friend Evelin. We could delay if we needed to, but welcome to the team. Alright, so she's gone off. And hey, by the way... Yeah, because we made choices, Blur has loyalty and hype because she was in a similar situation of being under the thumb of a criminal syndicate. And then eventually Evan's going to realize that we made this a thing for her. Yep. We need to explain it to her sooner rather than later, not today. This story has not been implemented yet in the game, but at some point that'll be an interaction. Will she be loyal? Will she be disloyal? Who knows? But we can go send our brand new hacker into the SimStream trainer. Congrats. And why not, during this video, let's train her. Basically, I think every hacker starts the same way. You give them hard shell. You give them a lot of points in overclock. You don't absolutely have to grab the duration right away. You can run to null op instead. And basically, +1 charge plus damage means that you are probably going to still completely crush a CPU in one turn. But you want these nodes as well. You want this node as well. But this is basically the blueprint for level 3 hacker, is I think you should literally always do it this way. And then, you can consider this point, you can consider getting both of these, then you want to go up here and grab 0 interrupt. But she's at least, like, baseline useful at this level of power. It's, not amazing, but it's okay. What you really want is sort of what Casper has, where we get both these things, we cap out, and then we get spoof tokens to, really the big one is this one, where you can block security AI escalations. Anyway, that is the video. The last 25 minutes were some base management, not a lot of stuff going on, a lot of kind of deciding what the timing should have been of various stuff. But next episode is going to be the squad getting ready to go. Again, I have no money at all, whatever. But it's the squad getting ready to go. And yeah, heisting some loot. As well as then probably running some Matrix hosts. And hopefully getting more missions under our thumb as well. Trying to get some money, trying to get some loot, and then starting to craft more better and better and better weapons. Well, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.